What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR and welcome back to yet again another movie review, and today we are going to be reviewing the next Scooby-Doo movie, Scooby-Doo and WWE Curse of the Speed Demon. Going into this one, my brain was fully confused and thought, why make a WWE movie with a race? But surprisingly, it worked. Sometimes the ones you think that aren't gonna work with the Scooby-Doo series. Like this one, like surprise, and also with the being a race gave me a huge memory of the Scooby-Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, since that was a huge race part of that movie. This one, though, resonated pretty well with me. I enjoyed it for a good bit. Like, there wasn't really anything in the movie that was very cringy. There was a few bit of jokes and everything, and some of the WWE superstars in this were a little bit, you could tell they're not used to voice acting. Some of the characters that they throw in here, I'm pretty sure most of them are actual WWE superstars. They're just a little boring, but I recognize a bunch of them. And the fact that Scooby and Shaggy are working with The Undertaker for 90% of this movie, for the whole movie actually, is one of my favorite parts, because even though I'd never been really big on wrestling growing up, Undertaker was always one that was interesting to me. And the fact that this is a racing movie is very weird. And the fact is, there's over the racing parts, there's like the normal like commentary you'd see over a WWE match, and it felt so real and genuine, which was really weird. And that just because this is a racing movie, there's actually like WWE style wrestling in this. See, because when I saw the first the Scooby-Doo WrestleMania movie, I was like, that's when I was like, why isn't Undertaker in this? Like, John Cena's here, but like John Cena and Undertaker are two of the ones I would think of the most out of wrestling. And Rey Mysterio, those are the three I'd always think of. And the fact that he wasn't even in this, wasn't in that first one, really, now he's in this, he's like a main character, is really, really cool. And the fact that he's working with Scooby and Shaggy is really interesting. We do see some people return from the first one, and for the first time, you don't see John Cena again, but I figured that would just felt shoehorned in if they tried to throw him in here. The mystery in this one actually keeps you guessing, and the reveal is kind of stupid, not gonna lie. The reveal was very kind of dumb to me, but I know so many people probably would have preferred it this way, but it also just like, it made it so dumb, and you couldn't have even made, there was the signs there, but at the same time there wasn't, and the mystery was really good up till the reveal, because I was like, I couldn't tell who it was, but they gave you like, obviously it's giving you all the pointers to who it could be, and it just doesn't execute that very well. The characters, the Scooby and Shaggy, are definitely pretty good in this one. Fred has a little bit in here. Daphne has a little thing in here. Velma is just her typical Velma self, which I think they could have done more with that. Though, gave Velma a little something with the wrestling thing, because everyone had like their thing in this one, and except for Velma, besides being the straight man who was like trying to make sure that the mystery was still being taken care of, and that was still the big priority. But Undertaker is one of the best parts of this one. I don't know, I enjoyed Undertaker, especially when you just hear him talk so like it's like these crazy mannerisms, but they're like so like it feels normal, which is actually a really good thing, I think. This movie just had a lot of fun. They knew when to have fun with this concept and to know what works and what doesn't, and it really worked. I will not lie to you. It worked a lot, and it felt so fun to sit down and watch what they were doing with this one. Now, to get into the negatives, there was some bad voice acting from some of them, but like, it's fine. Another thing, Velma didn't do much in this one. The mystery had a terrible reveal. Some of the jokes didn't fly, but most of the jokes are pretty solid. This is one of the better ones. I wouldn't say it's one of the best, but I don't see myself giving this a low rating at all. See, I had lots of fun with this one. Thinking about what could happen with these characters in these situations was really interesting, and the fact the whole WWE race sounds so dumb. Sounds like the stupidest concept I have ever heard, but in execution it surprisingly works, and they have fun with the racing aspect of this. And the monster isn't the best monster we've had. The Speed Demon was very not really generic, but also didn't fit well. The motivations of the people behind it wasn't. It felt so cliche, and I really didn't enjoy that. But I don't know what exactly to rate this one. I want to give it a 4, but I don't think it deserves a 4. So I'm going to straight up just be like, I don't know. I'll still give it a rating. I'm going to think about it for just a minute while I keep talking. But there was a lot to take in with this one. Some stuff didn't work. And I liked that there were actually the callbacks to the other WWE Scooby-Doo movie. Because they like Scooby and Shaggy's wrestling names were in this, and the fact that Scooby and Shaggy and the fact that Vince McMahon knew the gang, and so did Triple H, and it was really, and like even Undertaker mentions the fight between with the bear from that. So I like that. I like callbacks. I do like when it makes sense and it's not cringy. I really, really like callbacks. When things are called back in a good way, I really like them. Now callbacks can be done in a bad way, but this one we did it pretty well. Most of the characters, Scooby-Doo wasn't annoying or anything. Scooby and Shaggy had their I don't feel like they were trying to focus that much on the gang in this one, which I think that kind of works in its favor. And there are a tiny, side little plots here and there with some of the superstars, which was really interesting, and some of them were pretty funny. There was these two characters that really got on my nerves, though. They were the ones that were with Sheamus. I think that's his name. Those two guys that were around him really just got on my nerves a little bit. But then they were getting on Sheamus' nerves as well, so that kind of fits. And this whole, there's this one scene with all the racers try to work together to, they work together to go against the Speed Demon, and they even said things like a tag team match on wheels. I'm like, that's cool. I like that little throw there. So I guess I'll give this a 3.5 out of 5 rating. I don't think it deserves lower, but definitely not higher. Now, a lot of these Scooby-Doo movies are really good, and it's hard to say which ones are better than the others. Next, I believe, is the Lego Scooby-Doo Beach Bash Blowout, something like that. I think that's the next one. I've heard very bad things about this one, so I'm nervous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, though. If you did, you guys know the drill, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I forgot this video's not 10 minutes yet. Okay, it's reached 10 minutes now.